Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for joining me for tea time. Today we have some misty morning. This stuff is just good. It's got that zing that I need. So today we're gonna be talking about Canon and their RF glass. I want to talk to you guys about it. Well, I was hanging out on YouTube and a suggested video popped up, and it was one of Peter McKinnon's video. And if you guys don't know who Peter McKinnon is, he's awesome. Been watching him for a really long time. He does amazing photography stuff. He's just brilliant. If you haven't been subscribed to him in the past, you need to go check him out. He's just great. Anyways, this video came up and it was him talking about this 70-200 2.8 IS, USM, blah, 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 that he just picked up. And we all know the 70-200 is like one of the Trinity lenses. I mean, if you're a professional, you have a 24-70, you have like a quick 50, you have the 70-200. There's certain lenses that you have that are just mainstay that you shoot all the time. All right. I absolutely love this 70-200. This is obviously an EF. It's not the RF. Lens. You can see back here the difference between the one that I have on the right and the RF, where it's like that more short and stubby type of lens. But I want to get into it a little bit. The funny thing about this video is he was talking about shooting the EOS R as of late for like the last year or something. And he's really liking the form factor, the small lightness of the lenses and the gear or whatnot. And he was talking about, packing less, being, lighter and more mobile is just very important, especially to me too. I've been shooting for a couple of decades. Crap gets heavy after a while. I need to do some more working out or something. I got one forearm bigger than the other. What? Don't go there. Anyways, one forearm is bigger than the other from holding on to like 8 pounds gear, and it just gets to be a little bit much after a while. So I like the idea of lighter gear. But the funny thing is in this video, he was talking about the lens, and then all of a sudden he put this call into Jared Polin, asking him about this little window at the bottom. Obviously, it's the little window so you can access, like, for example, like a circular filter or something. You can make adjustments through this little window, but it was just funny the way he did it. I just like the way he produces his videos. Anyways, and Jared was talking about just shooting with this lens recently, and it was for like a football game or something. I want to get into this idea a little bit about this lens and where people, I think, have it wrong. And this is my opinion. I want to know your opinion. So let me start out by saying, in the past, all right, if you had a prosumer type grade zoom lens, okay, you'd have a barrel that would come in and out. You would actually see it going, here's a Tamron, all right, you'd actually see it going in and out, in and out. If you have a pro or professional grade lens, usually that zooming mechanism is internal to the lens, right? It just makes for easier weather sealing. You don't have an issue of this barrel going in and out. Well, with this RF, it's not like that. All right. And this is one of the things that I have a problem with. And I want to know, like I said, what you guys think with it. So when you're doing a shoot and you have a lens that is sucking in and out, this lens is acting like a vacuum cleaner. Every time you suck it in, it's like sucking everything from outside to the inside. Sometimes you can actually hear it. All right. Now, obviously, they have a weather ring that's going on in here, a lot of internals that are trying to keep the dirt, the dust, the debris, everything out of the lens. But nonetheless, you're still sucking in and out and wearing down that ring. All right. That baffle, whatever you want to call it, in there. Okay. Now, if you, for example, are shooting a beach shoot, like I do a lot, okay, I'm in Florida. There's a lot of beach stuff. Models, they want to go to the beach, do these shoots on the beach. So we have sand everywhere, all right? Now, you're sucking this thing in and out and in and out. You got sand blowing everywhere, all right? Now, people will be like, sand is not as big of an issue, and it's not. But what's really bad when shooting at the beach, salt water, is the salt in the air, guys, all right? You get salt, that mist, all over that barrel, right? Those little crystal like glass tiny molecules are being sucked in and out, and they rip the hell out of that O-ring. I promise you, I've been doing this forever. It's fact, all right? It does, okay? It kills them. It kills them. Matter of fact, when we come back from shooting at the beach, we clean all of our gear like twice over, all right, to make sure that we get out all of the all of that mist, let's say it, all of that salt. And you'll actually see it sometimes on the lens. If you've shot at the beach, you'll see it. You take a look at it and you're like, oh my God, that looks like crummy. And you can't just like clean it dry, or you just grind those salt molecules into the lens. Anyways, so that's like one issue. All right. Another issue is if you're shooting a wedding, for example, a lot of times you're going to be shooting outdoors, not just indoors. And once again, you're having dust and dirt and stuff in the air, and sucking in and out is not always great. If you're shooting sports, for example, like Jared was talking about, he was shooting football. All right. Well, you're sitting on the sideline and you're shooting the game and a big thunderstorm rolls in. Those players are going to keep on playing. And as a sports photographer, you're going to keep on shooting. The thing is do you want that water and that crap to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out of your lens, in comparison to using something like this where you're zooming in and out, and nothing is happening? You're more weather sealed. It's safer. All right. The only place that you have to worry about it is on the front end to make sure that you got it dried off so you can actually take the shots. These things are really weather resistant. I've shot this in pouring rain. No problems at all. All right. One of the other issues with these type of lenses that go in and out, like the RF 70 to 200, is like if you do tabletop shots. All right. Or if you're shooting, let's say, out of a helicopter and you're hanging down. What do I mean by that? Well, after a long period of time, sometimes a short period of time, depends on the quality of the glass, going in and out over and over, what will happen is you'll end up with sag. It'll end up weak. The mechanisms end up weak. This one actually had to be returned for just that. I would hang it upside down to do some tabletop shots, and I'd start at 17 millimeters, and the next thing you know it, I'm at 50. And then I'm back up at 17. And I'm shooting the shots, and they're going lower and lower and lower, right? Till finally I had to get like a rubber band the thing, and that's how I would shoot at 17 if I wanted it more wide. It's an issue. That's what happens. They're notorious for that. You have this glass hanging, and it slowly just will, over time come out. So back to the question, the RF 70 to 200, is it professional or is it like a prosumer lens? Well, the price says that it's professional, guys. That price is like $2,699, I think, at B&H, $2,699. Whereas this same Mark III, the latest version of this, the EF version, is like $1,799. You're looking at almost $1,000 more expensive than this. So my question to you guys is this more professional, or the one that has the barrel going in and out, the RF? I think this is more professional glass, and that's how it's always been notorious over the many decades. All right. That's just how it's been. I don't understand how Canon is getting away with coming up with a lens that they're calling professional, even though it is probably better than this lens. And all the reports that I've seen, it's sharper. Okay. So yes, it is sharper. But a lot of people are getting confused by, yes, it's fatter and thicker and shorter. So like Peter says, yeah, you can store it in your bag easier because it's smaller. But as soon as you zoom out, it's the exact same size as this. It's the same size. For me, if this thing is zoomed out and I'm at a game, right, and it's hanging from my strap and I go lean down, I don't want this thing knocking into the ground with a barrel, bending the barrel, and now the thing doesn't work anymore. I knock this thing to the ground. I've done it, I don't even countless times. I don't want to talk about it. I've smashed this thing countless times to the ground. It doesn't matter. It still works because all of the critical mechanisms are internal. All right. So that's kind of like my thoughts with it. I want to know what you think. Do you believe that $1,000, let's call it 900, whatever, for the RF is the right price for that style of a lens? Or do you think that Canon should have just went with something like this and said, listen, guys, you want a pro lens? You're just going to have to kind of man up and buy the heavier glass. All right. Or maybe have two versions. Have a prosumer version that goes in and out with the barrel, and you have a pro version that's like this. The problem that Canon is having, and a lot of other companies are having, is they've always been saying that mirrorless is lighter. Mirrorless is just the next thing that will just save the world. And In a way, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. Is the mirrorless the future? Yeah, I think a global shutter is the future too. But besides that, yes, mirrorless is the future. But they've been kind of betting the farm on this lightness. And a lot of folks are finding out that as soon as you go and put an adapter on and then throw on an EF lens, to think all that is just out the window. So yes, they almost have to create RF lenses that are light. Okay, and how do you do it? Do it just like that. You have a barrel that's going in and out. All right. So where do you stand on it? What do you think? All right. I want to know your thoughts. Do you think that for that extra sharpness, as well as the form factor being shorter, fatter, stubbier, all right, is worth that $900 to $1,000? Or would you much rather say, you know what, just give me a pro type of style lens like this? Once again, $17.99. All right, compared to $26.99 for the other. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Well, you let me know. In the comment area, let's have this discussion. After talking down here in YouTube, go over to my creative Discord, community.jchristina.com. Once again, community.jchristina.com. That's my Discord server. I created it for you guys so we can have this conversation back and forth real time, fully archived, searchable. Unlike YouTube, right, guys? Unlike YouTube. So, as always, if you enjoy my content, throw me a big thumbs up. That would be stellar. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon somewhere over here so you'll be notified when the content becomes available. And finally, head over to my website, jchristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Many blessings to all of you. Take care.